Okay, so GwenerVerse has come out with a couple of teasers, and I wanted to react to them before the regular thing comes out. So, anyways, this creator is in the Skybrowse community, and let me show you the playlist. So he used to create mostly Amelia content, and I've got that stuff early on that I reacted to him. This is my playlist of my reactions to GwenerVerse. And then some Nick Shirley stuff. And then he's mostly been doing Skybreak Riders, his anime that he's trying to create. He's got an opening, a closing, and some other material like the comic. And the last one of his I reacted to was the Skybreak Riders comic dub. I reacted to that 3 weeks ago, and that's this thing right here. So he's come out with this and this since then. So there's a couple of these. So this is teaser 1 and this is teaser 2 for the upcoming music video. So let's look at both teasers today. And okay, where are we going? Sorry, I got lost. Okay, so let's do teaser 1 first. This is 2 weeks old. Okay, and there's Emily right here. And let's look at the description. Okay, so here is the first of most likely 3 teasers till the final mix. This song is about the complicated feelings Emily has towards her adopted brother. They are not what fiction typically tries to paint non-blood related siblings. While their relationship is very close and to outsiders some would say borderline romantic, but for them it's nothing of the sort. A bond and family made by tragedy carries many wounds, and Emily expresses her true feelings in the song on the boy that saved her all those years ago from a fate worse than death. But her true fear is much deeper. And I appreciate all the feedback you guys have been giving me in my posts. This song is my first full-length music video in the Skybreak Riders universe, so feedback of course, is always wanted. This is a rough draft as usual from the final mix version, so all your commentary and criticism is noticed by me, and I do make changes usually before the final mix based on feedback, so feel free to critique. Okay, so I'll try to critique this real hard. Okay, so right away, I do notice that her one eye looks a little bit weird, and we do have a little bit of low resolution problems. Okay, so she's standing on a cracked stone with a skull logo, and the skull is heart-shaped and the stone is also heart-shaped, and there's a lot of pink magical energy. And then we got cherry blossoms, which are a really common symbol of school starting and a lot of other things in anime. And in the background you can see the academy, which is a little bit like Hogwarts, a sort of a magical and science fiction world combined. And okay, so let's go in and let's look at this teaser.
You walk like the world's too heavy.
You walk like the world's too heavy. Let me see, what did that say? Walk? Yeah, so you walk like the world's too heavy. Okay, let's look at that again.
Like the world's too heavy.
Okay, so I think that was a good transition where she jumped off of the rock and then starts walking up here. And so I assume, is the rock supposed to be symbolic, or is that an actual, like, it looks like a logo or something. So I think it's supposed to be symbolic, but it might actually be something she was really riding on, because I know in Skybreak Riders they have like the magical skateboards that they ride on, and sometimes seem to be able to do it without the skateboards as well. Okay, let's keep going.
but still carry everyone home. You don't sleep much anymore. Light spills under your door. Blueprints on the kitchen floor. Eyes red like before. Everybody calls your name like you were born for crowns. But I still see that little boy who shakes when no one's around. You got no magic in your veins, still they feel what you create. And
Yeah, so Ezra is kind of like a non-magical character in a world where magic is highly valued, but he's got engineering knowledge for the technology in this world, which is kind of combined with the magic. So he's valued for that reason. And he has a traumatic past, which affects him. So yeah, I like this song. It's sad, and because it's sad, it's not like a really re-listenable song. But other than being sad, it would be very re-listenable. And I like the pink skull theme that Emily has going on. Let's see. This room, it does have a little bit of the ChatGPT image to it, where it has the background is a little bit too cluttered and with these like tiny little clutter, like little points of light and stuff like this. But it's not like the usual ChatGPT clutter. It looks like it's been cleaned up somewhat. So I've heard that if you prompt ChatGPT images in exactly the right way, you can clean up some of that clutter, and it looks like that's been done here. Yeah, and Emily, I noticed she's got larger and more like anime-looking eyes. She looks more like a 3D Disney character than she used to in previous videos. Oh, and let's look at this transition again. Let's look at this.
you don't sleep much anymore.
Yeah, I think that transition was a little bit awkward because like, see, she's coming up the stairs, and then see it changed scenes. Let's see, it changed to her. Let me use the less than and greater than keys to go one frame at a time. So it changed scenes to her going in this door from her going up the stairs, and that transition was done okay. But then it changes scenes to Ezra's workshop, and when it does that so quickly, it does one scene transition and then it does another scene transition like a fraction of a second later. That scene transition just seems awkward. It's like too many scene transitions too close together, and it didn't quite work. I do like that Ezra has like Skybreak Riders posters in his background. He's got a notebook with Emily's name on it and a bunch of technical drawings. Oh, and the notebook is facing towards the viewer so that the viewer can actually read that, which is a good technique, because if you're going to have stuff in a notebook that is readable by a viewer, having it face towards the viewer instead of towards him helps the viewer to like understand, even if it flashes by in like a fraction of a second. Also, he's gone around to the other side of the table and is now working on this, so the notebook doesn't have to be facing him, because this is like something he was doing a little bit earlier, and then he came around to the other side of the table and worked on this or something. So it does work story-wise as well.
Don't sleep much anymore. Light spills under your door. Blueprint footprints on the kitchen floor, eyes red like before. Everybody calls your name.
Oh, why was there a big pink smudge on the table? Yeah, I know she's got the pink energy coming off of her, which is part of her magic. Yeah, when she picked up the paper and it suddenly put a bunch of pink smudge on the table, that kind of looks like spilled paint rather than magic that's coming off of her. Yeah, so the in this series, the characters have magic that comes out of them and also out of their like magical skateboards. And the magic often looks like smoke or paint. And I do like that look. But this one looks a little bit too much like paint that was just suddenly appeared on the table. This is good in the air, but this thing doesn't look as good. And but the rest of the scene does look good, so I wouldn't want this necessarily. I wouldn't want this necessarily to be thrown out just because of this one thing. I'm just trying to nitpick on every single thing I notice that looks even slightly awkward.
Everybody calls your name like you were born for crowns, but I still see that little boy who shakes when no one's around. You got no magic in your...
Yep, and then Skybreak Academy, the name of the academy. And I guess this is its logo with a skull, crossbones, and wings. Okay, and so that would be why Emily has got the skull theme with the heart going on now. Okay, yep, and then it's showing that he has no mana detected because he's not a person with magical powers, Ezra.
Still they feel what you create, and every time somebody cries.
Okay. And then this, I think, is from one of his comics about Skybreak riders. Something, something, or we make you wish you didn't exist. Pay up, dwarf, or bleed. Yeah, these triplets are antagonist characters, and that's why they have exactly the same face. It's not same face syndrome. That is actually on purpose because these are triplets, identical triplets. And they are bullies and antagonists in this series.
You run straight into the flame.
Yeah, and I see that yeah, they've got the more Disney look as well, and this character especially looks Disney 3D. And I like that look. I think this works.
And I hate the way you smile.
Okay, so that was cool. The song ended too abruptly, but that was cool. Let's go back to GwenerVerse and let's get the next one. Okay, so now we're going to do teaser 2, and I think it's basically the same thing but an improved version. So let's look at this one. Okay, yes, starting out the same way and everything. Let's look at the description in case it says something. Okay, woo, fresh out of my vacation and renewed membership with Grok. It's time to start cooking. Thank you for all your your patience, and honestly, I need to give thanks to Penny Bloomfield, that's me, Avted Fatash, and Null, and so many others, but mainly these three. I was definitely going through a burnout and frustration period, especially with my comic and the constant errors, but my mind is fresh after this vacation, and during it, it was these three specifically that inspired me. Thank you, GwenerVerse. Definitely check them out if you haven't already, because thanks to them in this vacation, I desperately needed my flame is burning bright. Yep, and then I commented below that I put it on my high priority list. Yeah. So yeah, I got it on my high priority list, and now we're actually going to go ahead and do it. And then here's Null right here encouraging him, And then Avted Fatash is another reactor like me. Null is a video creator. Yeah, so it only took 4 days to get to this one. Okay, so let's make it big and let's get a look at this one. Yep, I see the little trouble with her eye as she comes down. It's a little bit distorted. Not very much, though, and I think a lot of people wouldn't notice that. Oh, wait, I forgot to put on closed captionings.
Like the world's too heavy.
You work like the world's too heavy. Oh, the previous closed captioning said you walk like the world's too heavy, and this says you work like the world's too heavy. Yeah, probably I misunderstood it when I watched the previous one, and then this has been fixed in these closed captionings. Okay, let's go.
But still carry everyone home. You don't sleep much anymore.
Oh, that was fixed, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was fixed.
You don't.
Oh, yeah, that awkward transition, it was fixed from the last version. It was. Yes, it was. Okay, so probably someone else pointed that out in the 2 weeks, and it got fixed in this version.
Sleep much anymore. Light spills under your door. Blueprints on the kitchen floor. Eyes red like before. Everybody calls your name, like you were born for crowns. But I still see that little boy who shakes when no one.
Okay, so is there more of the black and the pink magical energy added to these scenes? I kind of think there is. I think it does work because it gives, it's sort of like mood music. It gives, so Ezra has like the black energy, and I guess it's not magical energy because he doesn't have magic, but it like represents his nightmare. But in some scenes, it also seems to represent like his engineering knowledge and stuff like that. And then Emily has the pink energy. I kind of think more was added. Let's look at, let's open up teaser 1. Where's, let's get GwenerVerse open here. And then we'll go back to teaser 1 a little bit. Okay. Okay, so teaser 1. Okay, so this is teaser 1. Let's look at it. And yeah, we've got the pink energy with her here. Yeah, the pink energy. And then the black energy here. Yeah, I think I just wasn't remembering it being here before. Let's go back to teaser 2. Yeah, it does look the same. Okay, I was thinking that more of the black and pink energy had been added, but I was wrong. I just didn't remember what it looked like. Okay, so now we're back on 2. Let's look at it some more.
Light spills under your door. Blueprints on the kitchen floor. Eyes red like before. Everybody calls your name, like you were born for crowns. But I still see that little boy who shakes when no one's around. You got no magic in your veins, still they feel what you create. And every time somebody cries, you run straight into the flame.
Okay, and then this scene has been extended and the dialogue bubbles have been deleted from this scene. Yeah, I think that does work better to delete the dialogue bubbles from this scene because you can tell what's going on without that. Oh, and when I pause, it actually looks distorted and messy. Let's look at that scene again without pausing.
Time somebody cries, you run straight in.
Yeah, as long as I don't pause on this scene, it doesn't look distorted, but as soon as I pause, it looks kind of distorted. But that's really common with AI. There are some places in AI where you can pause and it still looks great, and I have seen that with some creators. But okay, and then I guess they're, oh yeah, she's got something with mana credits on it, so they're stealing her mana credits. Okay, let's keep going.
Straight into the flames, and I hate the way you smile, like your pain don't count somehow. You keep tearing pieces of yourself just to pull the wounded out. Still you're fighting, but don't feel.
Oh wow, he's getting some pretty bad wounds. And it's like causing his back to crack open and stuff. I'm not sure if some of this is symbolic or if all of it is real. But yeah, that's some pretty gory wounds. Hopefully they've got good technology in this world to heal that stuff. But I do know that he does have scars, so they don't have good enough technology to completely heal the scars. But yeah, those are some pretty bad wounds on his back there.
You keep tearing pieces of yourself just to pull the wounded out. Still you're fighting, but don't feel you've lost. You keep shining when the world turns dark. I'm feeling like it's
Okay, and then there's the adoptive mother of Emily and Ezra. She's a witch who also teaches at the academy. I wanted to look at this fight scene again and comment on it. Let's look at it again. The motion of the fight scene seems to be pretty good, but let's look at it again.
you're fighting, but don't feel you've lost. You keep shining when the world turns dark. I'm
Yes, I think I like the fight scene. It made sense. Every motion seemed pretty natural and stuff. When he kicks and all the magical energy comes out of this guy's head and then it goes dark and that's a transition. I'm not sure I understood that. That looks like a confusing transition, but the fight scene leading up to it is good. So I'm not quite sure what happened there or why it went dark for a while.
world turns dark.
When the world turns dark, it's to emphasize the lyrics. Okay, so that's why it went dark for so long there. Okay, and what happened to his head? Yeah, a lot of magical energy came out of this guy's head. Hopefully his head didn't just explode, because this looks like a training session.
Turns dark. I'm feeling like it's all too much. I feel guilty when you fall apart.
This one, is this something? Yeah, Emily looks very small and young in this one. So I think this is a symbolic scene that represents her as a child worrying about him. Yeah, and her face is kind of distorted on this.
I feel guilty when you fall apart. You keep running through the fire force, like your soul was built to break. I'm still reaching, trying.
Yeah, these various symbolic scenes of like his soul breaking and stuff, and also him getting yelled at and stuff. I think these are done well and they're edited together well.
You keep running through the fire force, like your soul was built to break. I'm still reaching, trying not to cry. Scared one day you'll go to.
Okay, and then it's Ezra confronting one of the triplet bullies for Emily. And he's got magic coming out of his arm even though he's not magical. I'm not sure Probably that's explained at some point.
I'm scared one day you'll go to.
Oh, she grabbed his arm and then magic is coming up it. Maybe she's giving him magic? Or did he have the magic before? Let me look at that again.
I'm scared one day you'll go too far for my sake.
Okay. That does look mainly good. I can tell that it is something that's a work in progress that needs some more work. It did end very abruptly, but it sounds like, there's going to be 3 teasers altogether. So there should be a third teaser coming along. Let's rewind it and look at it a little bit. Just want to figure out if there's anything else that I can find, because I do want to try to tear this apart. Yeah, I'm not understanding everything that's going on with the energy. Yeah, so sometimes this is like symbolizing magic, and he's got like a purple glow. I think maybe the purple glow symbolizes like his non-magical abilities, like his fortitude, the strength of his soul, his determination, and stuff like that. And maybe that's why the purple energy is coming out of him here. It's not because it's his own magic, but it's because it's like symbolic. It's like in these other scenes that are symbolic, like when he's having the nightmare and this figure is bothering him. It's not a figure that's actually there. It's a symbolic figure because he's having a nightmare. So I think it's kind of like that. Ezra's got this symbolic purple power, and also some of the like black paint streaks that represent him, just like the pink paint streaks represent him. And like in this thing, which is entirely symbolic about his soul breaking, it's with the golden energy. That's not like golden energy that he's producing. That's entirely symbolic. So I think some of these things are entirely symbolic, and then some of them are showing magic being done, or at least wielded by him. Like maybe he has, because magic is like coming out of his fists. So maybe there's some kind of technology in this world where you can kind of wield magic if you have like look at this. Is this like bracelets on him or something? So maybe he's got like bracelets or something that power him up and give him some magical energy. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, yeah, I'm way behind on the comics. But I think these scenes towards the end were well done. I think that there were maybe a few too many scenes of crying in here. I do realize that it's a sad song and everything, but if the completed video is longer than this, which it seems like it will be, because see, this one is 1:06. This one is 1:52, and both of them ended abruptly. So I think probably the third teaser and the final one will be even longer. And if they are, then the scenes of crying will be an even smaller portion of the whole, probably. But I think there might be like a little bit too much scenes of crying in here. It becomes like becomes like a little bit repetitive and a little bit like you're trying to tear jerk the audience, like you're trying to jerk the tears out of the audience by showing scenes of characters crying a little bit too much. Like it's not like overly too much, it's just like a little bit too much scenes of characters crying in here. Okay, so I think that's all I can really figure out to say. I think the animation mainly looks good. We've got a little bit more of a Disney look to it. I only saw a couple of things that looked rough and like ChatGPT like, but hardly anything. This is it's mostly consistent. There's a little bit of style change in there, but hardly any. So the characters, their faces look mostly consistent. Um, yeah, it mostly looks like the Disney 3D style, but a more realistic version of it. And yep. Okay. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else really. Yeah, this image. Let's see, lots of cherry blossoms. Okay, cherry blossoms. Um, Yep, and see, he's crying in this scene, and then she's crying in this scene. So, yeah, a little bit too much emphasis on characters crying. So, we want a little bit less of that. You don't have to reduce it much, but just a little bit less of the characters crying, I think. Okay, so I don't think there's anything I can really think of to say more on these two teasers, so that's my reaction right there. Good work, GwenerVerse, and I'm glad you took a vacation and got your mind refreshed so that you can work on this without feeling frustrated, because it's often important to have a refreshed mind and be able to be relaxed and happy when you're working on something.